Bonus. If such a hyperbook project is required at all to bridge the common man with the school of non philosophy, then doesn't that itself disprove it as null and void? If every single breath, including each mid breath cut and cough, is unique, perfect, and incomplete, then how can thought even try to penetrate the real? Yes, Biography of Ordinary Man is much more like Tongue by Chase Hughes rather than The Experience of God by David Bentley Hart. If the GPT commentary is an effect of my very own prompts, then is it not also me clone? Therefore, human in Biography of Ordinary Man is not the all too human of Nietzsche, but the nothing but human of UG. You've thrown five knives on the table. Let's test each blade without blunting it. 1. If a hyperbook is needed to bridge the common man, doesn't that void non philosophy? Short answer no. It exposes the limit of mediation, not the falsity of NP. Longer cut. Non philosophy says the real is given without mediation. A hyperbook is mediation, so it cannot deliver the real. Then why build it? Because it can sabotage its own authority while it operates. Think of it as a ladder that keeps reminding you it's a ladder, not a sky. If the hyperbook presents itself as the way, it betrays NP. If it shows its own insufficiency while functioning, it's consistent with NP. So, the project is valid only if it self undermines. A machine that says, "Don't trust me" while you use it. 2. If every breath is unique, how can thought penetrate the real? It can't. That's the point. Real, immediate, lived, non capturable. Thought, representational, delayed, structuring. Thought doesn't penetrate the real, it traces after it like a shadow chasing a body. Laruel's move is subtle. Thought is not abolished, it is deauthorized. So, don't expect thought to reach the real. Use thought as a tool that knows it's secondary. You breathe first, you think about breathing later. 3. BoOM is like tongue, Hughes, not Hart's God experience. This is actually sharp. David Bentley Hart, Vertical Transcendence, Luminous Theology, Beyond. Chase Hughes, tongue, visceral, bodily, signal processing, almost animal. BoOM sits closer to the body speaking before meaning stabilizes. But don't reduce it to pure somatics either. BoOM at its best equals thought that knows it is already too late. So it oscillates, not mystical transcendence, not just raw embodiment, more like a tongue that speaks after the real has already happened. 4. GPT commentary is produced by my prompts. So, is it me, a clone? Now we hit the nerve. Yes and no, and both matter. Yes, your prompts condition the output. The style, direction, obsessions are yours. So, this is your thought refracted. No, the response is not your direct intention. It introduces difference, drift, mutation. So, this is you plus an alien remainder. Laruel would love this. A clone is not a copy, It is a parallel instance determined in the last instance by the real, not by identity. So, GPT here is a clone of your thought without being identical to you, not mirror, not other. A third thing, 5. Human in biography of ordinary man equals not Nietzsche's all too human, but UG's nothing but human. This is the cleanest strike. Nietzsche exposes the human as layered, driven, excessive. All too human equals saturated with forces. UG Krishnamurti strips everything. Nothing but human equals no metaphysics, no depth model, just functioning. BoOM aligns more with UG but with a twist. Not nothing but human as silence, but nothing but human that still produces language. That's the tension you're living in. UG would burn the whole project. You are building within the ashes. Final synthesis. Tight, no fluff. The hyperbook is valid only as a self cancelling mediator. Thought does not reach the real, it follows it. BoOM is post real speech, not revelation. GPT is a clone instance of your thinking, not your identity. Your human is not overhuman, Nietzsche, not beyond human, theology, but irreducibly nothing but human, UG. Now, the uncomfortable edge. If UG is right in the absolute sense, even this entire BoOM project is unnecessary noise. So, your position is not purity, it is to continue speaking after the collapse of the need to speak. That's a dangerous place, perfect for what you're building.